This is Justin, age 7. This is Elizabeth, age 7. This is Marcus, age 6. And this is Kate, age 6. These children and others like them will try to make you understand what they're talking about on Child's Play. And here's the host of Child's Play, Bill Cullen.
Thank you all very much, and welcome to Child's Play, a game for grown-ups. Now, we're going to meet the children in just a moment, but first, I want to say hello, if I may, to the grown-ups. We have in our championship chair, ladies and gentlemen, I give you, or lend you for a moment, Glenn Moore. Welcome, Glenn. Good to have you with us. Glenn, this is Child's Play, so tell us about your kids.
Sure, Bill. I've got two beautiful daughters. One just turned 20, one 18, and I haven't understood a word they've said in 18 years.
You'll be good at our game, I know, Glenn. Our challenger now, Dautie Haveman. Hello, Dautie, and welcome. Okay. You're our challenger. Tell us about your kids.
Well, I have 1/3 of a kid.
Oh. If I guess right, I guess about 6 months you'll have a one.
Yes.
See how clever I am? If you're, that's a point for me. If you two are all set to go, I'm sure we are, so let's indulge in some Child's Play. Now, we took our cameras to schools all over the country and aimed them at children in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grades. These kids are 6 to 8 years old. We gave them some everyday words and asked each child to tell us in his own way what that word means. Now, we're going to show you several children defining the same word, and you can take a guess after you've listened to each child. Now, you're the champion, Glenn. That means you have 2 chances to guess the word. And there are your 2. And Dautie, you've only got 1 chance, but your chance is a biggie. The reason it's a biggie is that you have control, and you can decide when you want to use it, so you can force Glenn to answer when you think they're tough. All right, let's show the audience the first word you two are going to be playing for. Okay, there's the word right now. And here, if you listen and watch closely, is how Marissa Goldstein from Los Angeles describes this word.
It's when 2 people love each other and they hug each other and stuff, and they like go to school with each other, and they dance at parties with each other and stuff like that. They do anything together, go to movies together.
I don't know if you heard the last thing she said, and she said, that's it. When you were her age, that is it. Dautie, you have control. Are you going to answer or force Glenn to give me an answer and use one of his?
I am going to force Glenn to give an answer.
All right, Glenn, you got to come up with something.
I'm afraid you're going to say that. Oh, boy. Well, she kept rolling her eyes and rubbing her hands.
She did?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is like romance.
Romance is the right answer, Glenn. You have the first one. Hey, Glenn, as they say. So, Glenn, that's the way it works. Glenn, how long have you been married?
22 years.
I can tell you this. I know why it's lasted. One of the reasons is you understand women. Glenn, you have a point. And the first contestant to reach 6 points wins the game, gets $500, and a crack at $5,000. Okay, let's go to a brand new word now, if we may. And this time, Glenn, you're in control, because control alternates as the game goes along. Now, you have the option to play or pass. And coming up is Julie Kate Swaska to explain this word. Now, you'll notice that there is, we're not going to show this word to the audience. We'll let you play along. You'll notice that a point of X appears over Julie's mouth. It's not because she said anything naughty. She has, at that point, pronounced the word. So you're in control, Glenn. Watch closely, and here's Julie Kate.
Well, something at some kind of stores which parents like a lot, and It's something like jewelry, but it's a bit bigger than jewelry, and sometimes it's worth a lot of money.
All right, Glenn, the control is yours. You're going to use your guess or force Dautie?
Oh, boy. Well, I think I'll be a gentleman for an expectant mother here. And,
Please return the earlier favor, Dautie. What do you want to guess? You have to use
Thanks.
one.
Well, she keeps talking about jewelry, and the only thing I can think of that would be bigger than jewelry. The way she's talking about it is maybe silverware.
No, it is not silverware, so that's all right. The game goes on. You still have a chance. Glenn, you're still in control. Watch carefully, because here's Marcus Klebe. He's from New York, and let's hear what he thinks about this word. Same word.
We can use this word for old things, like old furniture, old organs, old telephones, and all kind of things that are old cars. And you're not really allowed to touch them unless you really buy them and know how to handle them, because they might be so easy to break that they'll just snip in half as soon as you touch them.
All right. For the answer to this one, I pass along to the person in control, Old Glenn.
Old Glenn.
Old Glenn. What are you going to use your guess or force Dautie?
I should force Dautie, but I am just so tempted. I've got to make a guess.
Take it.
Antiques.
You're right. You have another one in your up. You're a hit. Okay. It's nothing for Dautie and 2 for Old Glenn over there. And as soon as any player reaches 3 points, we shift to our fast play round. And as you'll see, it will be an advantage at that time, as it always is, to be ahead. So you have 2, Dautie has 0, and here comes the next one. Okay, we're going to show this to the audience. Give the audience a chance to take a look at this word. There it is. It's going to be described by a lovely young lady from New York City, name of Vanessa Berry. All right, Vanessa.
If you have an ice cream cone or a lollipop or some kind of candy that, you can lick by yourself, and someone else wants a lick, and you already had a lick, and you lick it after them, you're passing a disease.
By golly. Now, based on that information, Dautie, you have control. Are you going to guess or force Glenn to take one?
I'm going to force Glenn to take it.
Glenn, got to use one of your guesses. What do you say?
Oh,
You have a
boy.
lead.
I'll take a guess with contagious.
No? Good guess. Glenn's down to 1 guess. Dautie still has her 1 in control. Now here comes one of my own personal explainers. This is a fella from Los Angeles. His name is Eric Yale. And Eric, let's hear you describe the word.
A is like your spit. Your spit is kind of like you can catch other people's even when you're kissing. And sometimes it kind of gets along to other people and could make other people sick.
I like Eric Yale. Eric, you will be seeing and hearing from Eric again. He has a way with words. Dautie, you have control. What is your decision?
After what he said, it has to be disease.
No. Oh, no. It is not disease. And you've used your 1 guess. However, you're not completely out. There is a way you can get back. We'll see if that happens. Glenn, now you have the only remaining guess. If you get it right, you get a point. If you don't, we'll tell you about that later. Okay, this is Frederick Stanton. He's from New York City, and boy, he has a way of getting to the heart of things. Listen, Glenn. Frederick?
Is a microorganism. My cousin is a microbiologist. It is a very small microorganism that sometimes causes colds.
By golly, Frederick is a smart young fella. Glenn? The controlling interest has left the game. You're all on your own. What do you think the word is for another point? You have 2.
I don't know, but I think I'm going to get sick. Bacteria.
No. It is not bacteria. Now, neither of you has guessed correctly, so now you both have a chance at this final word. You have 2 points, Glenn. Dautie, you have 0. The minute we get to 3, we go to fast play. Now, here's the thing. We're going to hear from Sasha Sagan, a delightful child with a good mind. He's from New York City. And as soon as you recognize the word that Sasha's talking about, interrupt with your signal. Now, to help you both, the word starts with the letter G. Now, wait a minute. Here comes Sasha.
It causes diseases. And when you're...
Dottie's going to try and stay in the game.
It's germ.
It is germ indeed, Dautie, and you're still in there. Score is 2 for you, Glenn, and 1 for Dautie. No one's reached that 3-pointer halfway mark yet. At that point, we shift to fast play, but we go on. Oh, incidentally, Sasha's another one of those great kids who I hope you'll be seeing and hearing more of. Right now, we have Vanessa Berry from New York City. Let's show the people here at home and here in the studio what the word is. There's the word. Okay, now, get ready to listen. Vanessa, this is a brand new word. Vanessa's going to describe it right now. Okay, Vanessa.
Okay, if you have a sister or a brother, older brother, and he's like 5 years older than you,
All right.
and say he really thought he was so great, you'd say, get my book, get my shirt, get my studying work, get me a pencil, get me a brush, he'd push you around a lot, and you wouldn't like it too much.
The control is yours, Glenn. Are you going to guess or force Dautie to guess?
I'm going to guess boss.
No, it is not boss. And Dautie, are you in good shape? You got the remaining guesses. All right, now, Gregory Flanders from Los Angeles. We're working on the same word, and here's the way Gregory looks at it. Gregory, old chap.
It's a person that labors really hard. For somebody who's lazy and doesn't want to do anything but sit down. Well, they come from Poland and places.
Everybody has their own approach to life. Dautie, you have a guess left, and you have another one after that. What do you say?
Well, let's see. They come from Poland and they get bossed around. I think it's slave.
Slave is the right answer, Dautie. I don't know how you did that. In the light of the enslaved working people that's been in the news in Poland lately, that is the way the thinking runs, I suppose. You have 2, Glenn. Dautie's caught up. She has 2 also, and we're going to come up with another word. Okay, now, in a minute, one of you gets 3. We go to fast play. Let's, before we do anything else, we're going to have Sean Grant from New York, but let's show the audience at home and here in the studio the word. Give them a chance to play along. Okay, you have control, Dautie. Watch carefully. Sean Grant from New York tells us about this word.
Well, you would have to do this to a dog. You have to do it to a tiger or else you'll get ripped to shreds.
He looks like I used to look. But thinks a lot better than I used to think. Dautie, you have control. Are you going to take a shot at it or force it over to Glenn?
Well, it could be about a million things, so I'm going to hear the one that Glenn picks.
Pick the one out of the million, Glenn.
At least a million. You could do it to a dog, but you don't do it to a tiger. Train?
No. I think a lot of things you can do to a dog without being able to do to a tiger. All right, now, the control stays with you, Dautie. So here's my friend again, my personal friend. I don't know him, but I love him. He's from Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Eric Yale.
Well, you have a dog, okay? Say you have a dog, okay?
Right.
You're trying to train him, okay? So you kind of tell him to sit. You kind of put your finger down and say sit. And if the dog sits, you got it.
Dautie, I don't know if you've got it yet, Dautie, but you have control. Do you want to take the guess?
Yes, I do. I think if I went sit to my dog, then I would be trying to tame him.
You've got it, as he said. Congratulations. Okay, 3 points. Well, that's it. I mean by that, you have 3, so you're halfway to our goal of 6 points. And now we're going to shift to fast play as we promised you, but before we do that, do you mind if we do this?
It's the best of Lost and Found.
We're rolling, baby.
If you just tuned in, I am in control.
Tomorrow at 8 on Buzzer, Lost and Found.
All right. Here we are back again. Dautie has 3 and Glenn has 2, and we're ready for our fast play round. Now, we're going to show you a series of children this time, each child offering and defining a different word. Now, as soon as either of you recognize the word, this time interrupt with your signal. If you're right, you will win an additional point, and 6 points wins the match. Now, you have 3 points, Dautie, so you only have 3 more to win. Glenn, you have 2 points. You need 4. Okay, so be sure to get in there and try to catch up. Now, we're not going to show our audience these words. We're doing that so they can play along. If you're all ready, here comes the first word. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Marcus Klebe.
Army men can wear them.
Glenn's going to try to tie it.
Uniform.
You tied it, Glenn. Uniform's the right answer. All tied up, 3 points each. First one gets 6 points, wins the game. Crack it another $5,000. Next word, a different word. Remember that. Ready with your signals. Evan Sandman tells us about the word.
It doesn't necessarily work for a farmer. I mean, it doesn't get its pay. An object.
Donnie wants to take a chance.
Tractor?
No, it is not tractor. Now, Glenn, hear this one all the way out because you have a free crack at it. We're going to play the entire clue for you and an additional bit of help. It starts with the letter S. But for your own sake, because you have guessed at this and only you, hear the entire definition. Evan Sandman again. Tell us about the farmer and his daughter.
It doesn't necessarily work for a farmer. I mean, it doesn't get its pay. An object that just stands and shoos away birds.
What a marvelous, marvelous... Glenn, what do you think it is?
Yeah, up to that last clue, I was way out in left field. Scarecrow.
Scarecrow it is. And that was a 4 points for you, Glenn. What a marvelous... I don't think any of us could really have described Scarecrow any better than that. You have 4 and you only need 2 for a win. Dautie, you want to catch up? And here comes Emma Lloydell. Another word, a different word entirely. Ready with the signal.
When your parents don't like each other, they...
What say you, Dautie?
I'm taking a chance on this one, but I'm going to catch up. Divorce?
Divorce is right. You took a good chance. Oh, boy. That was good playing, Dautie. You play the game well, Dautie. At that point, taking a chance is not a bad idea. Divorce was the word, and now we're coming up with another one. 4-4, going for 6 points. Here comes Ryan Rappaport. We haven't seen Ryan yet. He has another word he wants to describe. Ready with the signals? Here's Ryan.
In a job, and then they quit because they're old for that job, or they don't want to do it.
Dautie, you're first.
Retire.
Retired's right. You're ahead now. Well, you're getting there. Okay, you only need 1 for a win. Both of you are ready. Here comes Elizabeth Karen. It's another word, and ready with your signals. Elizabeth, please.
Animal. Not really like an animal. It's a big thing that has a long tail. He blows fire.
Glenn.
Dragon.
Dragon's right. We have a tie game. 5 points apiece. Okay, there you go. I like it. You each have 5. This one wins the game. Kate Barno, another word and a word for the game. Kate.
It's something that it tells you bad things. When it happens, like someone gets kidnapped or there's been a lot of fires or about this. sports, tell you about the weather.
Dautie for the game.
This is a chance. News.
News is right. Congratulations, Dautie. You got yourself $500. Come on over here and join us. Right in here, Dautie. Congratulations. What a good game. Thank you, Glenn. We have some very nice prizes for you, and you're going to have a chance to win $5,000 on the ABC game right after this. All right, Dautie. Dautie has a chance now to try for $5,000 in the ABC game. Now, we asked our Child's Play kids to write brief definitions of simple words. We took 3 definitions per word, each written by a different child. Some are far out, some are right on the nose. You'll never know until you've picked clue A, B, or C. After you hear the definition you've picked, take a guess if you want. But if you're wrong, you go on and pick another definition from the board till you've used up the A, B, and C. All right, you have a total of 60 seconds to get a total of 6 words. We give you $100 a word. If you get them all, though, we give you $5,000. Ready to go?
Okay.
All right, let's have the 60-second clock. All right, the clock will start when you pick your first letter. Good luck.
B.
An almost human machine.
Robot.
Robot's right. Go on.
B.
It's a place where bad people go, and it's a bad word.
A.
The underworld after death.
Hell.
That's 2. Go on.
B.
A man from the West, like the Lone Ranger.
A.
People that fought the Indians.
Cowboy.
That's 3. Go on.
C.
It's something a commander says to his army.
Halt. B.
Go on. You do this on your credit card at a store.
Charge.
Charge is right. That's 4. Go on.
A.
It's someone who tells everybody what to do, like my mother.
Boss.
Boss is right. Go on. One more.
B.
Holding a thing that belongs to someone else.
C.
Something a person doesn't have and he asks for it.
A.
It means when you are using something of your friends.
Borrow.
Borrow is right. You got $5,000. Oh, marvelous. What a job. You couldn't have done better. What a job you did. Right through. 6 out of 6. 6 out of 6. Congratulations, Dautie. Dautie, that's not bad. What'd you say?
Not bad for a couple hours.
Not bad work for a couple hours. Right now, you won the game. You picked up another $5,000. Your total winnings, $5,500. Stay with me. We'll be back here in just a moment on Child's Play, but right now we got a word for you.
Back to school blues got you down? Well, it's time for that play date with precocious preschoolers. An hour of Child's Play is next on Buzzer Lost and Found. Stay tuned.
Dautie, you and Glenn played a marvelous game. You're going to be back here tomorrow. We're going to have another challenger for you. You're working on $5,500. You're going to build it up. Will you try?
Oh, sure.
Thank you very much. For you at home, thank you very much. If you like kids, you'll love Child's Play. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
This is Bob Hilton speaking for Child's Play, a Marcus and Bill Todman production.